Welcome to PVHCTV. Today, Mazie and I are going to go over some of our basic groundwork steps. So when we do our groundwork, we're going to want to make sure that we have a lead rope that is about 10 to 12 feet long. That way we have plenty of room when we're working around our horse. So the first groundwork exercise that I'm going to show you is called the walk-off. I'm going to make sure that I give Mazie plenty of lead rope for this exercise. I'm going to walk off with purpose, and then I'm going to turn around putting my hands up and tell her, whoa. All right, I'm going to walk off, and Mazie's going to follow me, and I'm going to have her take a few steps, and then I'm going to turn around and say, whoa. And Mazie stopped just like she needed to. And I'm going to pet her and tell her she was a good girl. And I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm going to walk off, Mazie's going to follow me, and I'm going to turn around and say, whoa. When you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that Mazie isn't right on top of you, because when she's on top of you like this, you can't turn around and tell her, whoa, because she's already past you. So the next groundwork exercise I'm going to show you, we like to call it shake the snake. And what we're going to do is I'm going to step in front of Mazie, and I'm going to make sure that my rope has plenty of slack in it. So there's a nice big loop for her when she goes to take her steps back. And what I'm going to do is with the hand that has the rope in it, I'm going to point my finger and wiggle it. And Mazie should take a step back. And if she doesn't, then I'm going to wiggle my wrist. And I'm going to make sure that I stay in the same spot. I'm not going to back up or travel forward with Mazie. So I'm going to wiggle the wrist, and she should take a few steps back. And if she doesn't, then I'm going to shake my elbow. See how now my rope has more wiggle to it, and Mazie took her steps back, and I'm going to leave her alone. All right, I'm going to try it again. So I'm going to point my finger and wiggle. She's not taking her steps back, so now I'm going to do my wrist, and she's still not going, so now I'm going to do my elbow. And I shake it a little harder until Mazie steps back. She's got to take one more step, and then I leave her alone. So the reason that I start asking Mazie with just my finger and then move to my wrist and then my elbow is because I want Mazie to move off my subtle cues. And subtle is very quiet and almost unnoticeable. So that way when I get on Mazie to ride her and I ask her to move forward, I just have to give a little squeeze of my legs instead of a big kick. All of your groundwork, all of your steps should start out very small and then get larger if your horse isn't listening to you. So the next exercise I'm going to show you is called the bending exercise. And with this, I'm going to grab my rope with both my hands, and I don't want to hold it all the way up here at Mazie's head. I want to make sure I give her plenty of room so when we do the exercise, she can bend around me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk towards her hip, and what Mazie needs to do is cross this inside leg over her outside leg. And I'm going to ask her to take 3 steps that way. So here we go. Let's give it a try. I'm going to walk towards Mazie's hip, and she's got to cross over. 1, 2, 3. And then I leave her alone. And I always want to tell my horse thank you for doing things that I'm asking her to do. And don't forget, you got to do the other side. So I'm going to cross over to the other side, switching my hands, and she's got to bend now with this inside leg over that leg. 1, 2, and 3. Next, we're going to show you how to do the flat hand. For flat hand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my rope isn't dangling on the floor, so I'm going to loop it up and hold it in one hand. And then I'm going to take my hand and make it nice and flat. And see the knot right here on your halter? What I'm going to do is I'm going to press on it, and I'm going to start lightly. And then if Mazie doesn't back up, I'm going to press a little harder until she backs up. And I want to make sure she takes at least 2 to 3 steps back before I release the pressure. So again, you're going to take a hand that's nice and flat, set it on your halter's knot, lightly press, and if she doesn't back up, I'm going to press a little harder, and she's got to take 2 to 3 steps back, and then release. And that's flat hand. So the reason we do groundwork before we get on our horse is because it gives us the opportunity to check in with our horse. So we can see if our horse has any injuries, or it even just gives us a moment to bond with our horse. You can also figure out if your horse is going to be a little lazy that day or excited. So I recommend always doing groundwork before you get on your horse. Thanks for watching PVHCTV. Stay tuned for our next episode. And I'm gonna put my hands up holding my lead rope so that I feel powerful and that I can stop Mazie.